Hello everybody and welcome to the next update video. We're going to go over a couple things in this update. We did finish everything. I did bug test a lot of things for now, and everything looks pretty good in vanilla. Obviously, when we have other mods, I am going to do a test with multiple mods, about 200 mods I'm going to do a test with and see exactly what the interactions are and let the public know exactly what interactions you may see with certain common mods that you may have loaded up in your thing. I think I know we have a problem with run and gun with the key sword and key dagger. You may have experienced a little bit of weird bugs with run and gun and the key sword and key dagger, and also the auto attack on the skills. I think that's vanilla expanded framework. That's also doing something with the auto attack on the skills. You may not be able to turn them off or turn them on, but I think in the mod settings you can configure it so that it's completely off if you want to, or on at a certain key percentage. That's up to you. With just its dependencies, it is working though. Everything seems to be working with just the dependencies. I know people are having purple box errors. I think those were worked out on a different mod's end or Rimworld's end, because we didn't see any more purple box errors, but we're going to be on the lookout for them, and if we have any error logs or anything that's given to us, we will be bug fixing for obviously right after the update. But first and foremost, I would like to announce our winner, Jeremy Johnson. He's our winner. I'm going to comment back at you, Jeremy Johnson, if you are watching the video. I'm going to comment back at you and see, how you want to receive your prize, and I need to get, your information and everything like that. But thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking and everything like that. I appreciate everybody who subscribes and likes. And our next series, we will be doing the same thing. We'll be doing a giveaway. I would like to say the first 10 episodes we'll be giving away 2 things. So 5 episodes. First, if you comment and you're subscribed, episode 1 through 5, I will look at the comments. I will pick someone, and you can win the $50 or the DLCs, whichever one. I should say $50 in Steam credit or GOG credit or whatever you play Rimworld on, or the DLCs wherever you play Rimworld on. Either one, I will gift it to you. We will get that done. Just comment. Like I said, episodes 1 through 5. It's the same rules as before. So if you already know the rules, you kind of got it down. Episodes 1 through 5, 5 through 10. I'm going to do 2 giveaways on the next series. And then we're kind of going to do away with that because I have another announcement for you guys regarding the mod and updating and everything like that. But we're going to save that until those 2 giveaways are done. As for the Neo Gods, I'm sorry guys, but the Saiyans are back. I would like to do a series. If you follow the series, I just would like to let you know that Void will be a part of that series. It will be a challenge to Void, the Saiyans versus Void. It's not just the Saiyans, it'll be half Saiyans, some humans, whatever we can get our hands on to face Void. But let's get right into some of the changes here. Okay, first part of the changes is we have an ID Legend. If you're part of the Discord, then you already kind of got the teasers and everything about it. So Saiyan Pride is our meme. Impact is medium. Super Saiyans revered. Corpses don't care. Insect meat loved. Saiyan tail, you have ugly accepted required. Super Saiyan revered just means that if you don't have any Super Saiyans in the colony, you have a slight mood debuff, but as soon as you get Super Saiyans in the colony, it goes right way up. I think that mood debuff is not a big deal. -2, if you are doing your thing. So corpses, they don't care. Even though it says ugly, they don't really care, which is weird that, whatever. We're going to go with it. And they also have their own role. So the role is called Saiyan Conqueror, and that is how you use the False Moon ritual. You have the False Moon ability, which we will go over the False Moon changes. And we also have the False Moon ritual. They are 2 different things. You can't use them at the same time, no. And only one moon can be up. False Moon is very different from the natural moon as well. There's more blood waves with a natural moon versus a false moon, etc., etc. As you can see, some of the requirements, your skill melee must be 10. And you must be a faith holder. Basically be part of the ID Legend. Next, we have insect meat is always loved. Rating is required or respected. So basically that just means that, let me see, actually, can I change this? I don't know, it's dev edit mode, so I think you can change everything. You can just remove it. But in any case, rating is required or respected within this because they steal things. They take things they're very... I think if you have vanilla memes expanded, I did add so that violence would be honorable. if you have the vanilla memes expanded, because I think that is a thing under vanilla memes expanded. You have more precepts and stuff like that. So violence will be honorable with them. So if you're fighting things and everything like that, you should be honorable. Battle scars are also a thing under vanilla memes expanded, I believe. That will also be honorable. And let's look at some of the false moon stuff right here. So false moon will not be an ability that your characters learn naturally anymore. As in the show, only a certain amount of Saiyans had them. Now you will be able to make skill books. We only have 2 skill books right now. Those skills will be removed from the skill tree, and they will be opted for the skill books. So I took the 2 skills, False Moon and Instant Transmission. The book quality can kind of see how important those skills are. I think Instant Transmission is pretty crazy skill, right? So what you can do is here, you can just hit Learn False Moon. They will take the book, and they will learn the False Moon ability. So that allows him to create a False Moon. They are removing her tail right now, by the way. So let's make sure that goes well. Oh, yeah, and she reached her full potential. Okay, that is another thing. Just giving away secrets here. But if you watch the video, then, you know, oh, new lovers. Okay, well. And we will learn Instant Transmission with you. And now you see we have Instant Transmission ability. The key skill still has Instant Transmission in here. Of course, you cannot buy it yet, though. This will be removed in with the update. I think I'm going to get the update out when this video drops. But we're going to remove this Instant Transmission skill from the tree altogether. And then I would like to, once we get more skills added that are learned via skill books, we're going to have a separate tab that you can tab over and look at skills that you've learned on your Saiyan that have been learned from books. Another thing is that this background, you see how like it's kind of pretty plain Jane. We're going to change that actually. We're going to change the background of the skill tabs based on what kind of Saiyan you have, whether it's a half Saiyan or a legendary Saiyan or a regular Saiyan. The classes of Saiyans will have the same one. So regular Saiyan, elite, low class, or regular will have the same background. So let's take a look at this False Moon ability. Let's use it here. And now the False Moon event has taken place. Maybe we should put a an envelope there. That would probably help out a little bit. I didn't even think of it. So everyone has the ability to look at it, but we need to be outdoors to look at the moon, of course. That makes sense. Unless it's unroofed. If you are unroofed, we can look at the moon. And if we have full rage maxed out, then we will transform into a controllable Uzaro. Now, if you do not have your rages maxed out, then guess what? You will just go into an uncontrollable Uzaro because you don't control it. There's a moon out, etc., etc. You can understand what's happening there. Now, she doesn't have a tail. So let's first quickly get her unaesthetic, and let's draft her up. Now, looked at the false moon, but nothing happened. And she can look at it all she wants. Nothing's going to happen. Now, there's a difference, though. We're going to fast forward here to a regular moon event, and I'll meet you guys during a regular moon event. All right, we're back, and the false moon is over. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a regular moon event. And it has a little bit of differences between the regular moon event and the false moon event because there's, you know, I would like to think there's more Blitz waves. So she, everyone has the Wrathful buff if you have your Rage mastered and you're in a full moon event, or I think in a false moon event, you have the Wrathful buff to you. And that is in your regular base form. And if you go Uzaro, you will also have the regular base form. So there, once you transform, you have a 24-hour period that you cannot transform again. Since it hasn't been 24 hours, they can't transform again. Obviously, I forced this full moon event right away. Now we have her here who has had her tail cut off. So she will look at it, and the tail is regenerating. So when you look at a full moon, you feel a strange sensation where their tail used to be. And she will start regenerating her tail, actually. And it will take about approximately, I think, 15 days. And they're in a little bit of pain. But their tail will be coming back to them, actually. So that is something that will be can be done. Rested tail, not injured. So yeah, she's a little bit injured right now and everything like that, but eventually your tail will grow back fully if you look at a full moon while your tail is cut off. Let me see. I think, do we have tails revered? Serious pain. She does. It counts as her having a tail because it is growing back. I wonder if you can't even really doctor her while it's growing back, everything like that. But that will start the tail regeneration. You have an injured tail and everything like that, but eventually it will come back, and that's just something that you can do now. That is one way of getting a tail back if you do not want to do the surgery to get the tail back yourself. Next, we're going to go over the genes. So let's look at Scorpion here, and we're going to use character editor real quick. She's got baseliner. We have some Saiyan genes. Some are for this. Saiyan strength is mainly for humans. So humans with Saiyan strength will obviously have the melee damage of, I think 15 is the base melee damage for Saiyan's fist. If you have this will make your melee damage 15, the base fist damage 15. Then you have high SLs and low SLs, which are just for Saiyans. And what it does is low SLs makes it so it's plus 10 levels to achieve Super Saiyan naturally. High SLs makes it minus 10 levels to achieve Super Saiyan naturally. So half Saiyans, I think, achieve Super Saiyan at level 55 naturally. And if they have high SLs, they will achieve it at 45. And regular Saiyans achieve it at 75, and if they have high SLs, it will be 65, etc. Low SLs will make that 65 for half Saiyans, 85 for low Saiyans, but it will lower your metabolic rate to 80%. So do with that what you will. We are going to add more genes. Don't you worry about like making it. Oh, what am I looking up? More genes will be added so that you have maybe more maximum ki, you have a faster tail regeneration rate, things like that. Maybe you could have a perfect tail, basically a tail that never really needs to regenerate, stuff like that, which would be pretty awesome in itself. We already looked at the skill books there. That's really mainly the new changes. I think the false moon makes more sense just for how it is in general. You know, a false moon is made and then you have to look at it. Not every Saiyan should know how to make a false moon per se. It's more of like a niche ability. Also, in order to get the skill books, there is something called, I will actually spawn them for you guys here. Let's go to our inventory and let's go to skill book pages. So once you learn, so I did not put the key bench into this update. I felt only for 2 skill books to have a whole entire bench be put into your colony for 2 skill books just wasn't worth it. So you can make the books on the tailoring bench right now, and all you need to do is have the tailoring bench research and you can make the books. And you just need skill book pages, which you can receive from Ancient Dangers and Quest. So if you want these skill book pages, they are 550 silver each, and you get them from Ancient Dangers and stuff like that. Once we get different skill books, they will be different varying prices for the skill books based on how crazy they are. I'm thinking of some pretty cool skills, like the Mafuba is one of them. A colony busting skill, which will work just like the nukes from, I think it's Rimatomics, don't quote me, but just like the nukes, it will be able to basically everyone it'll be like almost like work like a ritual where you will be able to start the ritual. Everyone will be giving key energy, and then you can wipe a whole entire colony off of the map once every long time. You know, you can't just do that whenever you want. But yeah, I thought that would be pretty awesome to do something like that. That's just a couple of the ideas I have for the more advanced skills that you would have to learn via skill book pages. Also, it would be per pawn. So you have to pick which pawn you want to learn these crazy abilities on, and then you give them to. Every time you read a skill book, you also get some XP. Every time you do a false moon ritual, you also get some XP. I think all Saiyans involved will receive XP. And once we have the key skill trees for the other, for Human-like and Icer and Namekian, they also will confer XP for everybody. And they will also have their own rituals too, which I think will be pretty awesome. I think that's all. Obviously, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. Be on the lookout if you are interested in the series that I do with the Saiyans. be on the lookout for Saiyan versus Void coming really soon. I'm working very hard on the mod list to make that as perfect as possible with little hiccups. I cannot add Void right away because Void will just attack me, but we will be starting with 6 colonists. I will give you a brief summary. 6 colonists, 2 half Saiyans, 2 regular Saiyans, and a legendary Saiyan and a human. So the human will obviously be probably the related to the 2 half Saiyans, and 1 Saiyan will be shacked up with her already. Rest of them will just be kind of like willy-nilly out there. I will be using Rimworld of Magic. I will be using some pretty strong things because we will be getting ready for Void. Then I will add Void to the mod series, and Void will show up obviously and everything once I add the mod into the mod series, and then we will start fighting Void once we are like ready to fight Void. I'm not going to be just willy-nilly. I wish Empire's mod would update, because the Empire's mod would be great because I can just kind of keep recruiting Saiyans until I have like maybe 12 Saiyans all in all together, and then just kind of go from there. But we'll just have to be on the lookout for rogue Saiyans and really try to capture them, give them some bionics if we have to, if we end up ripping off their legs or some shit, and just make them as powerful as possible, and then we're going to go after Void. I'm using a mod called the Nano Crisis Suit, and if you haven't seen it, it's in the, I posted it in Mod General in Discord. That thing is pretty broken. I don't even know if it will stand up against Void even, but we're going to see. I'm excited for the new series. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one as always. Yeah, leave me some comments, leave me some likes, join the Discord if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time.